Welcome to episode 128 of Soccer Over Gotham. This is the All About Esther edition. We have a great show for all of you. Gary, what do we have in this episode?
We do have a great episode. And first, Dr. Jekyll meets Mr. Hyde. Gotham has two games on the West Coast, both at 10:30 at night on the eastern side, and two different outcomes. One was much more fun than the other, and we'll talk about both of them as Gotham is road tripping on the West Coast. We have one goal in the first three games, then eight goals in the last three games. So five of those have been scored by the woman on fire, Esther, who just can't stop scoring. On the news side, Gotham says goodbye to CeCe Kaizer, and that leaves three roster spots open, and we're going to look forward to see if they're going to bring in some defensive help. Then we will see what we can learn from both of these games on the West Coast and look forward to a tough game against the Washington Spirit. But first, Ruby, how are you?
Ooh, I was telling you earlier, I'm exhausted.
Mm.
And the reason why is because today is bring your kid to, not to school, bring your kid to work. It looked like a school at work, actually. There was too many kids. So, yeah, they had me running around today because I work in IT, so we had to we were doing some VR AI stuff for the kids. So whenever they like, oh, we need an adapter, we need this, whatever, so we had to run because all the kids were there. There were a lot of kids. Some of
Yeah.
them, some kids were so cute, but even though they're cute, I don't think I'm ready for a kid yet.
Some kids just aren't ready for that kind of
Or maybe a kid's not ready for me. I
yeah.
don't
Yeah. Ruby, I am just like thinking back when we started this podcast, it was like the NWSL, and that was essentially, I mean, obviously the FA, but there was like, that was essentially it for women's soccer in the United States, and the league was on fire. Now, like just this weekend, we have the Canadian League that just started up. We have the USL Super League and the NWSL going at the same time. It's pretty darn cool that so much is happening in the sport and it's all growing. And I think there's another Division Two league starting, the NPL or something like that, next year. So it's just growing and growing. I'm just so excited for it.
It's so crazy. Yeah, because like you said, when we started, it was only the NWSL. Not only that, but there were only 10 teams back then. I remember when there were eight. So that was crazy. Eight teams, and now we have about 16, right? The two new teams, Boston
Yes.
and Denver,
Yeah,
is
we're at
going to
16
be
now. Yeah.
16.
Yeah. It's
So
craziness.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing, just on a personal note, I think I want to do like a New York women's like month, sports month here. I want to see if I can get a Sirens player or the women's professional lacrosse league player on and do some interviews with them. I think it'd be fun just to bring them all in, and maybe even a Brooklyn FC player. See if
Yeah.
we can reach out to and get on the podcast. See
Yeah.
if we can highlight some
Talking
women's.
about Brooklyn, I was
Mhm.
seeing their they had some advertisement for a game, and they were giving away a free jersey with a ticket purchase. So you buy a ticket, you get a jersey. I was like, that's crazy, great deal. Like it made me consider going to a game, you know?
And the thirders are nice too.
Yeah.
And as a personal note, I was doing a push-up challenge, and now I have a pinched nerve in my upper back. So if I'm using bad posture, that is just is what it is. And if
No,
I'm making like weird faces at your
you're
points,
just
Ruby, it's
you're
not
just
because your
stretching.
points aren't
You're
good.
just stretching
Yeah,
side to
just
side.
stretching.
Talking about working out, I played pickleball yesterday. Been
Okay.
a while I haven't played pickleball. I went last week too, so I'm trying to get into that pickleball thing going. But I think I have to do it like more than once a week to like actually get good.
Yeah. Everybody, find us on YouTube. Like and subscribe so we can build our army up over there. We'll see what happens. Let's jump into the news. And first, Gotham FC and forward CeCe Kaizer agreed to a mutual contract termination. This was April 17th, and we are thankful for CeCe's contributions and wish her all the best in her next steps of her career, said Yael Averbuch. CeCe jumped on the team late last season, made an impact pretty quickly, scored a goal in the Jamaica game, then scored a goal in that 5-1 beatdown of Bay FC. And we're just sad to see her go. But Ruby, your thoughts?
Yeah, honestly, I'm sad to see her go. And she was such a great player for Gotham. And I think she did not get the minutes she deserved with Gotham. So I don't blame her for wanting to leave the team to go to another team where she's going to get the actual playing time. And I mean, I know mostly every player's dream is to get to the national team, and not playing enough minutes, she's not going to get noticed. So don't blame her. Hey, if you want to get minutes or money, maybe Houston.
She's playing on the Utah Royals now, I think.
Oh,
Yes, looked up.
oh,
Yeah,
Kaiser? I thought
yeah.
she was leaving to Houston. Okay, scratch
Nope.
that out.
Okay. So yeah, it's the Utah Royals. They need players.
They do. They aren't last place?
Yeah, if not, they're close.
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I mean, last season it wasn't really their season either. And it sucks for Mandy to be there like when the team is on the last place because she's such a great goalkeeper, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, shades of the early Kaylin Sheridan when she was on Sky Blue, getting shelled all the time. However, CeCe is a talented player. She can play pretty much anywhere in this league, and it's just clear that this team is loaded up top with international stars, and there just wasn't enough room for her to make an impact. So she's going to go to Utah Royals, and she's going to make a big impact there because she's definitely going to get minutes with that team. So we're sad to see her go, but wish her the best and everything. Ruby, we got 2 games to cover, so let's jump right into them. First, the fun one. And I have one ref note on the first game, and it is just Chesky. Coming out, Gotham decides to put Neely Martin at a right back, which I'm sure we're going to talk about a lot on this podcast, and Silva gets her first start. First of all, we talked about this. The travel is ridiculous for this club.
Yeah.
It's a lot of minutes. You're in different time zones. Your routine's messed up. You're not sleeping well, and you're playing late at night versus normally middle of the day. So it's a really tough thing for Gotham to go through. However, this is a new look Gotham. First, like 2 years ago, it was pressing to the end of the earth, right? They pressed teams into the corners. And then last year was a little bit more practical, a little bit more pragmatic. And this season, Gotham seems to be sitting back a little bit more, controlling a lot of the ball. They want the ball, they want to hold the ball, and they want a quick strike on teams. And then in this game, Gotham just sits back and knows that Angel City is going to be aggressive at home, pulls them forward and hits them on the counter and goes straight on long balls and long balls led to 3 of the goals. But let's talk about the goals, Ruby. First, Torres' heads-up play on the first goal was incredible. Very much a veteran move. Well done, Torres. The foul was on Szupanski, and nearly every Angel City player stopped, but Taryn came up from about 5 yards away and took the ball forward, played Silva through, finds Portillo on the back post, who shifts the ball to Esther, and what a cheeky finish. Feels everybody, all the players are moving towards the far post. She pulls it back to the near post and put against the post, puts it in. Incredible goal.
Yes, I love how Portinho just took the ball pretty much to the end line, and then that just great pass to Esther. And of course, who else? Esther, Exterminator, how people are calling her. It was such a great goal. And now seeing Esther, like I'm telling you, I see that hunger in her. Every goal, she tries to be in every play. So my hat's off to her. Well-deserved goal for her and for Gotham.
She got players that can take the heat off of her, which is good. And she's able to find those pockets of space. And again, being able to feel every player push towards the back post and then pull it near post was just a veteran move because she's done it a million times before. Just well done.
Yeah, she manages off to get the mark off of her, Esther. She
Mhm.
manages to do that really well. I have a feeling that for now on, probably we're gonna see a lot more defenders around her.
Yeah. Then we have Lily Real, who tries to thread a ball to Esther in the middle of the box, and it gets deflected, and it finds the back of the net in the back corner. Just well done from the rookie. Just well done.
That goal was I couldn't believe that goal. And from like how far Real kicked the goal, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, it wasn't a chip. She just put it as hard as she could right into the middle of the
Yeah,
box, and
it had so much
well,
power.
it's true.
Yeah.
She laces her crosses and things. She
Yeah.
just laces them. So I don't know who told her this, but just to let Lily Real and the fans know that you can't erase from the ledger your own goal in your home debut by forcing another player to score an own goal in their home debut.
Yep.
So nice try though. That was funny. She's really shrugging. She's like, I don't know I don't
Yeah.
know how that went in, but we'll take it. And it's a shame that she doesn't get credited with that goal because it was nice. And then Shapansky gets her first assist of the season, which feels crazy because she's been awesome, and puts a ball just in the perfect spot. Esther near post, flicks it back on to the near post. Just a picture perfect goal. And I think there needs to be a study on how Esther wins so many headers when she's like
Yeah.
5'2".
Exactly. Oh, I'm telling you, like I said the last episode, she's so good at timing her jumps and like
Mm-hmm.
looking at the ball and know when to like connect with the ball. And again, she also has the ability to like get the mark off of her. For some reason, every time she scores, you can see like no one's really on her.
Yeah, it's just that ability to just get off her defender, as you said
Mm-hmm.
earlier. It just again that little bit of separation space, one feint,
Mm-hmm.
pulls off the player. It's just beautifully done. Then another long ball. So first, I think if you look at the original goal, that was Torres's. That was a long ball played through the line.
Mm-hmm.
Real, obviously, a long ball goes to the back of the net. But Chupansi gets her first assist off a long ball, which Midge caused the corner after that. Then Torres plays an incredible long ball with touch over the top of the defense. Midge is isolated with Savvy King and just pushes the ball around her, gets to the end line, gets the ball back across, and Jace hits it on the volley and does a backflip on just a beautiful debut goal for her.
Oh my God. Just when I thought the game couldn't get any better,
Hmm.
Midge Purse with her sauce comes for that awesome assist and the celebration was even better. Like that backflip was incredible. It was so crazy. I was like, all right, this game it's ending right now. Like nothing else is gonna happen, and it just got better with that fourth goal for Gotham, and such an a statement win. And they knocked off Angel City from the fourth place in the standings. And now, after that game, Angel City went to fifth place, and then Gotham went up to fourth place. It was so good.
Yeah, Midge just it was a shot across the league that you just cannot remember. You cannot defend Midge with one player. It's just not going to happen. She's gonna turn them right around.
Mm-hmm.
And poor Savvy King, but she got turned around on that one. And as we talked about Ruby, and I've said a couple of times, I say if you get the ball to the end line, that's where Esther does her damage, and she's been scoring goals like that these past two games. Balls
Mm-hmm.
getting to the end line and back, and just what beautiful angles that she runs at, and just awesome. This was a very fun game from top to bottom. Gotham dominated the first half, and then it just turned the screws when they dumped that line change on again. I'm bringing Jace and Midge on. It's just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, any player notes?
I can't stop raving about Esther and the
Mhm.
last couple of games where she has been just incredible for Gotham. Two goals in the last, two goals in this game. Like she's just on fire.
Yeah. I like using Fat Mob as because it's consistent, right? So, like, even if the numbers don't quite add up to what you believe they should be. You just know, like, at least the numbers are consistent every week, and you kind of know what they're looking for, even though no one knows exactly how they calculate it, but you
Yeah.
kind of know what they're looking for. And sometimes players have performances that don't show up on FOTMob and on the stats, but they're so instrumental in the game. And Torres was that player for this game. I think she only had like a 6 on, she had a yellow card, I think. So that probably took her down a bit, but she was, she, her smart head to the play in the first goal was awesome. She changed the direction of play, which led to the real goal. And then she had a beautiful ball over the top again for the fourth goal. If the NWSL, or if they counted secondary assists, she probably would have been like a 8.9 or something like that. But well done, Taryn Torres. She's looking really, really good and confident again, which we haven't seen from her in a while. Then let's just get to some stats. Got any stats?
Yeah, so for this game against Angel City, Gotham had 60% ball possession and 12 shots to goal. Sorry, just 12 shots in general.
Yeah, they were pulling Angel City all around the pitch and playing the game where they wanted to be played, and Angel City had no answer for this team. And I told you last week that I was not sold on Angel City. I said they're going to have a rough go these next couple of weeks.
You were definitely right. And yeah, I have my thoughts on that later.
Yeah. I don't talk trash. I was being specific about that specific team that I didn't think that they were up to the standards. And I think that they're going to see over the next 2 weeks when they play Washington and Orlando too. They're going to come down to earth, like I said. At this time, I know Gotham had a not rough, but slow start to this season. But after this game, Gotham was top 4 in goals per match, goals conceded, average possession, clean sheets, shots on target, accurate passes, accurate long balls, and accurate crosses.
Wow.
So whether or not, I mean, scoring 7 goals in 2 games helps, but this is still a very good Gotham team, and they still deserve to be in that top 4 conversation. Gotham's not doing a lot of defensive work in these first couple of games. And for the fans, first fan poll is hero of the match, Esther, with 45%, and 25% for the fans for staying up, and 30% was everyone. So no one voted for Lily Real. But what were your thoughts? Who's your hero of the match?
For me, Esther. So the fans are right here. You can see it. You just can see it game after game after game. She's just consistent.
Yeah, I'm with all 3 of those. Esther, fans staying up, and everybody. It was an amazing game altogether. Put them all together. It's all right. And next game, we travel to Portland. So first, boo Tuesday night 10:30 p.m. games. Boo CBS Sports Network.
Yeah.
Boo Turf. So start with that. Then, similar lineup. However, Bernini is in as a right wing, which I think we probably need to talk about, Ruby. And I think keeping Neely Martin as a right back for 2 games straight while Bernini is healthy, I think I've said this before too, but I think that it shows a lack of confidence for Amoros in Bernini to play right back anymore in this system. So what I've said before, which I will say again, I think we need to move on from Bernini, not because I love her as a player and as a person. She seems to be an amazing person. But I just don't think that if we can't give her the minutes that she needs, and she's going to be playing right back on the Brazilian national team, she needs to play right back, move her mid-season. I just want what's best for the player.
Yeah, true. Like, we haven't seen her as much, and we've seen her play in the last couple of seasons with Gotham, and actually, she's going into her 4th year, right, with Gotham?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's crazy. We see her less and less as each season passes by, which sucks because when we saw her for the first time or that first season, she really impressed us. Even the next season, we could see her potential. So not seeing her play, it's concerning. And I don't think she doesn't deserve to like not play a lot of minutes. Then again, we're not making these decisions. Hopefully she gets to play more, but we'll see.
My guess is like the semifinals red card. I think that's what kind of where she was chasing players a lot of the game and then giving up silly fouls. I think that might have been the end for her. But I mean, hopefully, maybe Ambrose changes his mind and starts
Yeah.
playing her as a right back again, and we see the old Bernini back. But who knows at this point? Who knows? Both teams are participating in the Champions Cup, the CONCACAF Champions Cup, which is exciting. But because of that, Gotham had to play this game on a Tuesday night in April, which is crazy. And Rennie Freeman is out for these games, and that puts Martin in the back line. So this back line that's
Yeah.
already thin gets even thinner. And perhaps it was the travel that got to them. Gotham looked slow all match. They were slow out of the gate. They gave up a goal pretty early on. It was a pretty routine goal. They easily got to the end line, got the ball back, put the ball in the back of the net. Good on Gotham for making a statement, coming right back in the game within a minute later. Esther, who just can't stop scoring, similar goal. Portillo gets to the end line, gets the ball back. Esther puts it back in the net. Then, I mean, Gotham has control for the first half and then simply does not come out in the second half. Just too much time on the ball for Portland. Everything that Gotham did in Angel City, they did not do in Portland. And just things just didn't work out.
Yeah. The beginning of the game, I thought it was going to be a pretty much even game because after the Thorn scored, Gotham went ahead and scored right back, but the game just got out of their hands and they couldn't take control of that game, which really sucks. And after the Angel City game, I wanted to take back what I said last week because I said just give Gotham like 4 to 5 games and they're gonna be like so good. And then after the Angel City game, I was like, you know what? I was probably wrong. This is the best Gotham we've seen in a while. But after the Thorns game, I was like, okay, they still not there yet, and I'm gonna stay firm with at least. Well, for now, it's maybe 3 4 games. We'll see Gotham like get better.
Yeah, it's a different it's a different game for Gotham when they're chasing and when they're not,
Mm-hmm.
right? So chasing a game in Portland on that turf is tough, and
Yeah.
good on Portland. They put up a tough fight, and they scored pretty routine goals. All of their goals were routine goals, and I think Martin had a really rough night. She was on the wrong side of attacker on
Yeah.
2 of the goals. Not to put any of the blame on her, because I mean I think everybody played pretty poorly in this game, especially in the second half. But um, I I know it's not her natural position. She hasn't played that position since college, so
Yeah.
it's just when you're switching positions, it's not just your responsibilities are different. You have to know your angles are different. You have to know where you're. Now she's on the right side. Now she has to know where the right forward wants to get the ball. And if you're playing with Berninia, who you've never played with before on that side, it could really throw your game off. And it just seemed like Martin was just having a rough time of it out there. So
And it sucks because she's a really great player and she has grown so much with Gotham.
mhm.
So, like, just throwing her like in a new position, I guess it threw her off.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I believe only 2 players got a rating of 7 in
hmm
FOT Mob, which were Portinho and Gonzalez.
Yeah. The assist and the goal.
Mm-hmm.
There
Yep.
you go. But I thought um, I really want to get Martin back in the middle of the pitch again. And I think Torres has been great in her 2 games. I think she's been pretty good, but I still want Martin back in her natural position. And hopefully Gotham can use those 3 open spots and start bringing in players. There's been no rumors so far, and who knows who's out there at this point, but we'll see. But it's pretty obvious that Gotham needs to bring in defensive depth, and just one more injury, and we're in complete trouble. Then we're putting Torres back on the back line, and yeah, it's just tough.
God. I mean, we have Esther going back sometimes to defend.
Hero of the match, Esther got 27%. She's still on fire, and this one was 71%. The fans for staying up. And what do you think, Ruby?
I'm gonna go with the fans.
Yeah,
Yeah, for staying up.
yeah, same. Same. That's rough for our fans. Rough. So, but any takeaways of this game?
For this game, yes, Gotham still has some things to work on. It's still a work in progress for them. And like you said, they need to bring some serious like players for defense because defense wins championships.
Yeah, I think Gotham's responded well in the Portland game early, and obviously didn't end the way they wanted it to, but the fight was still there, and they still continued to fight throughout that game. And Midge was still taking on players. Jace was looking pretty good, and so I think there's some positives to take away from this crazy this road trip that they're on. Now, I think they just need to shake it off, short term memory, and
Yeah.
the good news is Esther is still on fire, and she is leading the league in goals. So let's keep her going. On to the standings. Kansas City is still the top of the league. Orlando right behind them, and Washington and Gotham at the top four, which I think is fitting. Then Portland's right behind us. Angel City in sixth. Then San Diego and Bay finishing up the playoff teams. Then it's rough. Rain, Houston, Royals, Louisville, Chicago, and the Courage at the bottom of the table, which is, I'll say it again, sad to say. I want better for them. Our next opponent is Washington Spirit on the road, 1 o'clock on Saturday, and that will be on Paramount Plus and CBS. So, Washington is an interesting team, and this is one team where you're like, this is the same exact team as last season. No matter how many players they're missing, they have a certain way of playing. They don't give up, and they seem to always find a way to win. Ruby, your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, so another away game, which is tough for the team coming from the West Coast now to the East Coast. That time change is going to be rough on them as well. But I think they need to, like you said, forget what happened in the last game and regroup as a team and see what they need to work on before going to this game and get these goals in, like get them in early, like into the game. They do not have Rodman, but we're also like don't have Davidson, who she helps a lot in defense. It's gonna be a tough game for Gotham, and I'm excited to watch this game because this is a top four team.
Indeed. I feel bad for Rodman. I'm going to definitely miss her battling against her in this game. Both teams together have scored 15 goals in their last 5 games, so it should be a fireworks game in this one. And I just want to point out that I think Gabby has been really good, and she hasn't been scoring goals that we want her to score, but she's creating a lot of chances for us. She's the top chance creator for this team. So I think she's only going to get better, and she's settling in, and she seems to be every game creating more chances and more opportunities for other players. And I think she's going to be a big factor in this game, getting at their defense, who's also missing players as well. But as far as Washington's concerned, like Michelle Kang must have bought so much favor with the soccer gods, because they seem to, like, the ball just seems to bounce their way they need it to. Last game against Orlando was putting it on them, and they were the better team throughout most of that game. But then Morehouse, which I also am skeptical of, I've said that on the podcast a couple of times, get the ball stolen off her feet, and they lost because of that. So this is going to be a tough game, and I think there's going to be some fireworks. There's going to be a lot of goals scored in this one. I just hope Gotham comes out on top and refocuses. Now, there's a couple of games going on this weekend. We got Houston and Utah on Friday night. That's a snoozer. Orlando and LA should be fun. I think Orlando's going to dominate that game. Then on Saturday, we got Washington and Gotham, which I think is the game of the week.
Yeah.
And then I'm rooting for North Carolina to take out KC for the first win of the season, get back on track.
Oof, that's gonna be hard.
Yeah, Chicago and San Diego, that's going to be another snoozer. And Bay and Seattle, another snoozer. But then Sunday, Portland and Louisville, shrug.
Providence Park.
Any thoughts on these games? What's your game of the week?
Yeah, it definitely is Gotham and Washington, the top four in the standings right now. Right now. Other than that, yeah, what else would I would see? Probably I'll watch Orlando and LA. Why not? If I don't
Indeed.
know. Yeah. But other than that, yeah. The one with Portland and Louisville, yeah, it's tough to play at Providence Park. The crowd is loud. It's a whole different environment, and I think it's also going to be tough for Gotham to play at Audi Field because playing away, they're not. That's another big crowd there.
Yeah, they packed that stadium, so it's gonna be loud, just like the semifinals. Yeah, this is how you build rivalries. Big games, big stadiums filled with fans. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully, Gotham can get back after that semifinal loss to Washington in that stadium. Any manifestations for this week?
To get Mandy Freeman as soon as possible back on the field.
Yeah, health is our main concern right now, getting
Mm-hmm.
players healthy, and I'm hopefully getting Martin back in the midfield.
Yeah.
Any random thoughts before we head out?
No, I don't. Actually, yes. I've been craving a burger since like Monday. And I said, all right, I'm gonna get it on Friday, because
Uh,
the weekend or whatever. And honestly, I'm probably gonna go get one right now. Not even kidding.
yeah. Is it the calories? Is it what are you craving from that burger?
I think the fries mostly. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah. All right. So you may have noticed something, fans, on this episode and the last episode, especially if you listen to it on the audio podcast. You notice that the theme song is missing. Now, there's a reason for that. 4 years ago, or however long it's been since we started this podcast, I went on a website which is called Pixabay, which is a free, copyright-free music and image video source. It's like stock photos, but like free, right? So people can upload things and they don't claim any copyrights to them. So I downloaded our theme song off of that website. And for 4 years, we're doing perfectly fine. Then I noticed on YouTube that our episode went up, the audio version of our podcast went up, and then it was missing. And I'm like, where did our podcast go? And then I went back into the studio for the following episode, and I saw it was grayed out, and it said like someone claimed a copyright on our music. I was like, get out of here. So like it's just some rando company just trying to like get you to pay money to them or something like that.
Right.
And it's like you can fight them. Like, I'm not gonna fight them.
They're trying to
You know how
get
long does it
money
take?
out of a free song.
Yeah. Right?
I
And
know.
like whatever. So I was like, okay, so now I either have to like it seems like I have to either like really mess with the song and like put your voice on it again. I think that should be okay. That means
Yeah.
we doctored it, it's ours now. Or I could like go to like Fiverr and like pay someone to make us a theme song. We'll see what happens.
What
If
do
anybody
you,
knows how to
we should do a poll.
what should we do?
Should we go to Fiverr so someone creates one, or if the one we're using right now is good?
Yeah. So we'll see. But thanks, fans, for sticking around. We'll be back next week. This is a short episode because we got to get going. It's a short week. We will see you next week, hopefully with the full super team. Noella is coaching tonight, so she was not able to be here. So we will talk to you all soon, and hopefully we'll see you following week at the stadium, which would be awesome.
Yes.
Talk to you guys soon.
Let's go.
Let's go.